Hello everyone! Here is another update on my practice on Invention number 1 by Bach, and especially my comparison to my practice on Invention number 4 8 months ago. I know Invention number 1 is a little easier, I've said that enough, but it's not so much easier, I think. It's a fair comparison between these two experiences, these practice experiences. The main thing that I notice is that with Invention number 1 now, 8 months later, I am at a very earlier stage in my practice, at the point where I can play both hands together and work on a whole phrase. So this especially means that I have so much more fun in practicing. It doesn't take me hours to just get half a bar with the right fingering, and then you try it with one hand and with the other hand, and as soon as you put both hands together, it's a total mess, and you can start again. So this is a lot more motivating as well. I also notice that because of my better sight reading skills now, I have a lot more concentration left to listen to myself and to already think the next step. So whenever I'm playing something, I already listen, and I listen what is not good and what I want to improve the next playthrough. This is a big advantage because it gives me a plan. I am not lost. So whenever I work on a section, on a phrase, on a bar, I know exactly what I want to practice now and what I want to improve and what are my expectations on the outcome while I'm practicing this. I also know that my practice techniques will work because I have used them so often now. When I was working on Invention number 4, this was the first time where my old practice experiences, by just working very slowly on things that don't work out and then slowly increasing the tempo and just with overall repetition, these isolated spots will work, and then you put them together in the whole piece and then this will work. It wasn't enough. I had to isolate certain movements, just 2 notes together, and repeat them over and over, and then both hands, just these 2 notes. And then 3 notes, and then 4 notes. And it wasn't even a bar, and there were so many bars in front of me. So it felt totally overwhelming. And I didn't have this experience that I had to really isolate certain single movements and probably even skip some notes, drop some notes, and then put them back later on. I didn't know that I could trust this system. It was the first time I encountered this, the first time I tried, and it felt overwhelming and it felt frustrating when you're doing this because your teacher told you, and you've been doing this for 4 days and you don't see any improvement. That on day 5 there will be big improvement is an experience that I hadn't made until then. This was one of these big frustrating parts in the exercise on Invention number 4. And now I know I can rely on that. Whenever there is a spot where there's a really weird fingering, because I suddenly need 3 fingers for black keys in C major. So whenever these spots come up, I know how I can overcome them, and it just needs time, and I don't get impatient, and I don't get frustrated when it doesn't work. And it's more that I'm full of excitement when I put my metronome counter to 30 beats per minute, which is so slow. And suddenly it works. And then I realize, oh my God, my body can do it. It just can't do it quickly, but it knows what to do. And when I have enough time to think and my fingers have enough time to adjust, it works. So the movement is not the problem. The speed is the problem. And so I know I can rely on that. I can slowly build up speeds. I can play the whole piece through now at a speed of 30 BPM, and many sections at 40 BPM, and some tiny sections on 50 BPM. So that's really awesome. At this early stage of practicing, it's less than a week. So yes, this is my summary. I am a lot more excited. I can work musically on it. I have a plan. Whenever something's not working out, I know exactly what to listen for, and also I listen back then on Spotify. I listen back, what do they do differently? Why do I like it here, and why don't I like it when I play it? And I work on that. And it's fun, although still I don't like the music very much. I have to admit, I'm doing this to show myself what has improved in my practice, and what has improved in my technique and my playing. And because I know that practicing Bach is really improving piano playing, it's true. It's helping for hand independence. It's a technical challenge. And I know that I will be a better pianist once I've tackled this piece. So that's why I'm doing it, not because I'm loving the music. But yeah, it's so much more fun than Invention number 4 8 months ago. So I'm really happy for that. Happy practicing, you all. If you're practicing Bach or not, it doesn't matter. Just happy practicing.